For any small business owner, you know the day rarely ends when you lock the door. The phone just keeps ringing. But what if those after-hours calls, instead of being a total drain, could actually be turned into your biggest asset? So we're going to break down exactly how a tiny $99 investment is making that happen.
So let's get real about this, right? A missed call, it's not just a blip on your phone log. It's a whole chain reaction. You've got a frustrated client, a lost booking, and that revenue? Poof, it just walked straight over to your competitor. This is the real hidden cost we're going to dig into.
All right, let's put a name to this universal headache for every small business owner. We're calling it the after-hours problem. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that constant stream of calls that always seems to come in right when you're trying to, have a life. So let's break down what that really looks like.
And this slide, man, this really shows the two paths a business can take. Over on the left, you've got the old way. Let's call it the voicemail vortex. A customer calls, gets a machine, and you just have to cross your fingers and hope they'll wait for a callback. Spoiler, they usually don't. But then on the right, you see the new way. The call gets an instant answer, their question gets handled right away, and that booking, it's captured on the spot. I mean, the difference is just night and day.
Look, this isn't just one single problem. It's a total vicious cycle, right? It starts with missed revenue every time a call goes unanswered. But that call, it's also a direct interruption into your personal time, your family time, and that creates these gaps in customer service, which leads to, owner burnout. It's this downward spiral that hits your bottom line and your sanity.
And really, when you boil it all down, this is the simple, painful truth. That phone ringing in an empty shop, it's not just a noise. It's the sound of money, of a brand new booking literally walking out the door and right into the arms of a competitor who was actually there to answer.
Okay, but what if you could have a total pro on duty, 24/7, without actually having to hire another person? Well, this is where the story takes a turn. A new player enters the scene to fix all this, the AI receptionist.
Okay, so the tech behind this is called an AI voice protocol. But let's just forget the jargon for a second. Here's what it really is. Imagine a perfectly trained, super professional front desk that's always on, is always polite, and never calls in sick. And you get all that without the overhead of an actual employee? It's smart enough to understand what people are asking for, and it's trained specifically on your business's information.
This quote right here, it really gets to the heart of the promise. You will never miss an important after-hours call again. You will never be woken up unnecessarily. See? It's about so much more than just answering the phone. It's about intelligent filtering. It's like a shield protecting both your revenue and, just as importantly, your personal time.
Okay, so the promise sounds amazing, right? But how does this thing actually work? Let's take a look under the hood and follow a single after-hours call to see this AI in action.
So here's how it goes down, in 4 simple steps. First, the moment someone calls, the AI greets them instantly with your business's custom-branded greeting. Right away, it sounds super professional. Step 2, it becomes an expert, handling all those common questions. But here's the really critical part. Step 3, it triages the call. If it's a genuine emergency, it knows how to escalate and get a human involved. But if not, and this is the best part for the owner, you just wake up to a clean, simple summary of every call. No more trying to figure out what that mumbled voicemail said at 7 a.m.
And just think about how powerful this is. I mean, look at these questions. What are your hours? What's your vaccination policy? These are the exact things owners and their staff answer dozens, maybe hundreds of times a week. By just automating all of that, the AI frees up a massive amount of mental energy. It lets your team focus on the customers and the work that's right there in front of them.
And it's not just about simple FAQs. It goes way beyond that. Take a look at this example. Handling sensitive topics. Just imagine having to explain a surprise $100 emergency fee over the phone. That could be so awkward, right? A little stressful. Well, the AI handles these conversations with perfect, calm professionalism every single time. It makes sure your policies are communicated clearly and consistently without any of the human emotion or awkwardness getting in the way.
Okay, so the tech is impressive, for sure. But it all comes down to one thing, doesn't it? The money. Does it actually make financial sense? So let's run the numbers and see what the real return on investment looks like.
All right, here it is, the investment. $99 a month, that's the baseline cost. Now let's see what that $99 actually gets you in return.
Wow. Okay, this chart really puts it in perspective, doesn't it? That tiny little bar on the left, that's your $99 cost. The big bar next to it? That's a conservative monthly return. We're talking $750. I mean, this thing isn't just paying for itself. That's like a 7.5 times return on your investment, right out of the gate.
And you know, the math behind this is super simple. All you have to do is recapture just 10 bookings a month at an average of $75 each that you were probably losing before. And honestly, for most shops, that is a very low bar to clear. The data shows the actual return is often way, way higher.
This quote might be the single most powerful way to think about this, a $99 decision that behaves like a $1,000 to $3,000 a month employee. It totally reframes it, doesn't it? This isn't just a piece of software, it's what it actually is, a super efficient, unbelievably affordable new member of your team.
So, okay, if this is the kind of impact it can have on just one small business, what does it mean when this kind of tech becomes available to everyone? Let's zoom out a bit and talk about the bigger picture, the future of Main Street.
And you have to remember, the gains here aren't just about dollars and cents. This is about quality of life. Look at this. The owner gains back their sleep, they gain back evenings with their family, they're capturing bookings that used to just vanish, and ultimately, they're getting a sense of control back over their business, instead of the other way around.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a story about a pet grooming shop. This is about leveling the playing field. What we're seeing is simple, accessible AI that's finally giving small, Main Street businesses the kind of 24/7 operational power that until now was pretty much only for giant corporations with huge call centers.
And that leaves us with one last, really fascinating question to think about. For decades, this after-hours problem was just a given, an unsolvable cost of doing business. So if a simple $99 tool can just completely erase it, what other so-called unsolvable challenges are next on the chopping block? It's a pretty exciting time to be a small business owner, that's for sure. And that's all for this breakdown.